Hey there, clothing store owners. If you're looking to take your fashion business to new heights, you need to be leveraging AI. I cannot stress this enough. And the time to act is now. Do not wait around or you could be missing out on major opportunities. In this video, we'll be walking you through an actionable plan that will speed up your marketing game, boost your sales with the latest and greatest apps, and the best part, I will show you how to get started for free. So get ready to transform your clothing store and take your business to the next level with the power of AI. Let's dive in and learn how to make your brand stand out from a crowded marketplace. All right, so number 4 is the strategy. Like any marketing plan, we must have a solid strategy. Remember, these tools are meant to aid in helping you get to the destination faster and more efficiently. At least right now, they cannot completely replace the knowledge and knowing, so proceed with caution. So let's jump into the number 1 tool right now that everybody's talking about, and that is something we will use to help with copy and just coming up with ideas. That is ChatGPT, and at least this version right now is 3. So this tool is extremely powerful for your brand. Let's just kind of see it in action real quickly and have some use case scenarios of what you can do for your clothing store. So we are over here in ChatGPT. The possibilities are really endless of where we're going to go here, but I see this as a step for your creative copy here. So we could say, I'm going to write me 3 Facebook ad headlines for a women's clothing boutique based in Dallas, Texas. All right, so it's going to come up with some headlines. Now, the part here that most people run into is that this is a good starting place, right? But this is a headline for a Facebook ad. This is way too long of a headline, right? A headline is going to be a much shorter part, so it's already doing something that's a little bit longer than what I would want to see here. So get ready for summer with the hottest trends from our Dallas boutique, and shop the latest fashion styles at our women's clothing boutique in Dallas, Texas. Find your new favorite outfit at the Dallas boutique. Okay, so this is good. So you can tell it, I like this one, quotes, but can you shorten it and add some flair to highlight tunic dresses? So that'll give me some options here. So then I'd go back here and say, this is one I like, create 3 variations of this one, all right, and focus on desirability, if I can spell desirability. So one thing about this is that you still have to understand copywriting principles or marketing principles, right? So urgency and scarcity and value, those things need to be ready or like here for you to use. So get ready to feel unstoppable in our chic tunic dresses, available now in Dallas. So I like that version. Experience the allure of chic tunic dresses, stand out from the crowd in Dallas. You can replace that for anything, unleash here. So this gives us 3 options here. And I would say, I like all of these. Please shorten to 50 characters each, right? And so this could be some headlines: unstoppable tunic dresses in Dallas, allure awaits head turning tunic dresses in Dallas, boom, unleash your inner fashionista. So these are good options, right? So after a ton of prompts here, right, and after me thinking through what looks good, doesn't look good, right, if you went with the very first option, you would know that the Facebook ad wouldn't really work with this. You would know that this is probably not going to turn anybody's attention over to the ad and actually click through. These last 3 give us something that are pretty close, and again, we could probably switch up some words ourselves, but this is the power here of ChatGPT, and you can ask it several other things or prompts and tell it, hey, okay, this is a good headline. Use these headlines above to write complimentary primary text for my Facebook ad. Let's see what it comes up with. Again, I may have to, I'm not gonna go crazy into depth with this right now, but it may come up with some good primary text, it may not. Okay, make a statement about stunning tunic dresses, shop the styles. Okay, I'll stop pulling that. So it's doing an okay job. I think this is a great, like any writer, if it gives you a prompt, you can make something better. So the knowledge and the knowing is still needed here. I'm gonna get you to a good point, right? So copy and paste this in. We could test these with the ads. You still need to follow a process with the ads. But very good starting point for you. This is ChatGPT 3. If you've not played around with it, I think it could be very helpful for your clothing store. All right, so number 3 here is increased conversion rate. So your website is the nucleus when it comes to generating more sales online. Some of the biggest issues with website conversion is the potential customers do not get all of the answers to the questions that they have, right? If they did, then they would end up purchasing. A lot of times it doesn't come down to money, it comes down to confidence within the brand to deliver what you're actually looking for. So this tool we're about to walk through and look at will help you with one of the biggest challenges when it comes to buying clothes online. All right, before we jump into this site though, I just wanted to say howdy. My name's Aaron. I'm one of the co-founders here at Bit Branding. We're an e-commerce growth agency that specializes in helping clothing stores grow. We put out new content every single week, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, so over here on the website, Bold Metrics, it's boldmetrics.com. What's cool is this literally says unlock the power of body data. I would suggest you go here and request a demo, but to add some social proof here, right? So it has Burton, has Viore, or however you want to say it. I think we've talked about them before, but a lot of bigger brands, right? So what does this mean? You can actually go to those sites and they will actually show you maybe a little bit of how this would look. Okay, so what it's gonna do is it will take all the dimensions of you as a person and it will make recommendations based off of your size for these products. So, right, one of the biggest issues you have with a site is like, how is this going to fit me, right? There's a lot, people are not all universal, right? People who are 6'2" don't always weigh 150 pounds. Sometimes they weigh 300 pounds, sometimes they weigh 200 pounds, sometimes they weigh 180, whatever it is. Maybe sometimes they're bigger, sometimes they're leaner. And so because of that, right, it doesn't allow for garments to be shaped to the person, and so they're like, what size do I wear? What it does is gives you a breakdown of the size for the person, giving them the confidence, less returns, and more importantly, the thing that you care about, money. So right now, results you can see, 20% average increase in conversion rate, very interesting, 32% reduced in fit-related returns, right? So there may be still returns, but fit is not going to be as much of an issue. That's a huge help here for your business. This just kind of goes through a lot of the stuff here. Customers first, improve sustainability because you're not doing a bunch of returns and then, just kind of throwing things back out into the warehouse and not being worn. Reduce returns, data-driven insights, scalable solutions, increases the conversion rate. So I would definitely suggest for you, right, we can't really do anything live right here, but it is a very powerful website, a very powerful tool that I think you could use. This video does walk you through it as well. We will play just a little bit of it and it kind of walks through exactly how this works. But if you're a Shopify store owner, if you sell clothes, or anything of the such, right, Bold Metrics is a really good solution for you. Request a demo, it's completely free on that side of things, and then they will give you a little bit better answer on pricing for your business. So, okay, so on to increasing your conversion rate. Another great site is Lily.ai. So what is this? Let's just have the site tell us in their own words, right? So Lily.ai accurately connects your shoppers with relevant products they're already looking to buy. So this gives an example of clothes up here, and then I think they had it for other things as well. But basically, it's like this type of person visited these products, browsed on these types of product pages, so they will likely purchase these types of items. So it gives you product A, right, that you're interested in, and suggests product B versus, there's apps that are down there that say like, hey, other people liked these things as well. And it's like, well, that's relevant to those people, but not always relevant to you. And now, this tool will actually suggest products that are related to your potential buying habits based off of how you're actually browsing through the site. What's also interesting right here is, right, so it increases traffic, conversion revenue, and brand loyalty by using the same product attributes your shoppers use, right? So it's using SEO, search engine tools to make the deepest, most accurate product attribution data in e-commerce, right? So over 15,000 attributes and counting, whatever that means. Doesn't really matter at that point. What I'm really trying to say is that this shows related products or retailer products, consumer data, goes through Lily AI, and then makes recommendations, filters things, goes through SEO, like the way that you write product descriptions, also makes demands and forecasting. All right, so applications that they had. So site search, right? So making your existing site search engine convert by adding exceptional, right, in-depth product descriptions and catalogs, recommendations, which is probably the biggest thing or biggest feature for Lily.ai. SEO, so search engine optimization, how can it be relevant to search terms for people looking for those products online? It will actually help you do that. Item setup, and then one of the bigger features here is, right, the demand forecasting. It will actually tell you as the business owner what people are actually looking for. Maybe they're not converting yet, but a lot of people are going to these pages. They're very interested. It's a high like volume product, and so that can help you with buying decisions, forecasting into the future. Really cool product, and I will show you right here on the pricing. It says get a quote. That's the only part here. I don't know exactly what the pricing is. We'll have to go out and check it out. So go check this out for yourself. It doesn't hurt anything to actually check it out. But this is all of the information that it has here. And my guess is the pricing based off the amount of products that you have or how frequently you're turning over products. So as a boutique owner or a streetwear brand or clothing brand, whatever that may be, your pricing is going to be a little bit different. But something to absolutely check out, because I look at this as, don't look at the expense or as an expense each month, but as what is the value adding, because as a consumer, if I'm told exactly what I should buy, I'm much more likely to purchase that, right? So it's going to increase that conversion rate, increase the average order value, increase the frequency of the purchases, and completely offset the quote-unquote cost. So check it out. It's lily.ai. All right, so number 2 right here is content, not number 7. Number 2 is content creation, and this is the biggest one, right? So this is one of the biggest levers you can pull to grow your clothing store is absolutely better content. At the end of the day, whether it is Facebook and Instagram or something like TikTok, the platforms will deliver content to more people if it is good. Create entertaining or educating content, show it to more people. That's what those platforms will do. In our OSO program for clothing stores, we talk all of the time about how it is something that if it's not working, right, if that area is not working, it's likely nothing more than your content creation and the changes that need to be made there, right? So if you're not creating great content, that's likely the reason that you're not generating sales. Now, when it comes down to creating content that resonates, sometimes it takes some money to generate good photography. But with AI, there's ways around it to create great content and not have to break the bank, like this free tool that I'm about to show you right now. All right, so we are over here on a site called Dolly, and this is probably one that you've seen a lot of. People are like, I want to see a Coke bottle with an oil impression painting, blah, blah, blah. So it'll load something. Okay, so right here, Coke bottle, oil impression painting, right? It's kind of blah. But my point is you can continue to edit these things, continue to give it feedback, and it will continue to create edits based off of what you actually tell it. But one other thing that you can do is actually upload a product. So I'm gonna show you a product that we uploaded right here. So I pulled this off of a website. I did not actually take this photo, but the point is you can take the photo if you'd like. So go ahead and do that. I can erase the background if I really wanted to. I'm not gonna do like crazy details, but if you wanted to, you can actually zoom in, shrink down the size of the eraser. And then what I can do here, I'll show you in 1 second. Okay, so you could get as detailed as you would like. I'm not going to, but what I can do is I want to say, create a background for this image that is on a subway in New York City. Okay, so this is what it gave me, right? Subway in New York City. I am on the background there. I don't like that one. This could be another one. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Maybe this one works here. So that gives me an option, and I could accept this, and then I could tell it, okay, now make the background yellow, or make it a graffiti wall, or whatever it is, right? You could do anything and everything that you absolutely wanted to with that image. I could just take my image and put a background on there. It could be in, like I said, a graffiti background. It could be a solid background. I could completely make it white. You saw how quickly, like, I went in there to actually clear the background, which is not that, you know, intricate. So I'm just doing this for the example of this video, but my point is this is free. It's absolutely useful for your business, and instead of going to all of these locations, right? If you're like, oh, I'm a small town boutique, I don't have these cool backgrounds, no problem. Shoot this on a clear background. Let's make the cool backgrounds for you. This is just the image side of things. There are a lot of other tools that you can use to help you grow your business, but this one is free. And then guess what you do? You just literally have to click download, and this could be one of your images for an actual ad. Speaking of advertising though, this is one area where I think AI will be really able to help you out a lot. But my word of caution for people is that AI, at least at this moment, cannot make all of your decisions for your business, right? You do have to have some smarts, right? So those who are super smart and use AI are gonna be farther ahead than those who are not as smart using AI. Just because there's a tool out there, right? It's literally like giving a caveman a hammer, right? He will be able to use it to the extent of which his knowledge is at currently. So that doesn't mean anything, right? This is just a very early stages of what's going on right now. So we're about to walk through a tool that will make better decisions and I believe improve your return on ad spend, right, as they tout. But what you need, right, or what you feed this tool is extremely important. Remember, content creation is crucial here. It cannot, right, the tools cannot make better content creation from here, right? Not every piece of it is connected. So you have to create great content and then use this tool that I'm about to ready to show you to be able to help it. Now, caveat here, I've not tried this software, but I will be testing this out as it's just something to explore as well. Software with bad inputs, right? I continue to say this, will give you bad results. Software with great inputs will yield a much better result. Think about that as you use AI to speed things along. It will only speed up what you give it. So make sure that you're continuing to invest in making yourself better too, right? This is not a cheat code. Now, let's jump into the software to help with your actual ads so you can walk through what this looks like. So actually what I did was I found 3 other versions of something like this. I asked it what was the top of the market right now, and it gave me some variations, but then I came across this brand right here. It's called Magic X. It's ad performance beyond human limits. They have a lot of different things that go inside of it. I'm just gonna walk through some of the key things here, right? So it has world-class tracking and attribution solution, which I think could replace a lot of different attribution softwares because it's right inside of here. It works 24 hours a day. It sees pieces in the marketplace within different audiences and networks to be able to run ads to faster. That's what they tout, right? And there's been a lot of places that have touted these things before, right? But they say, go beyond human limits, imagine AI-powered machine that thinks like the best media buyer in the world. That's the magic of this platform. Now, if that is true, right, everybody will be on it. And for the price point I'm about to show you, it makes absolute sense. But it really requires the actual input. And sometimes, right, just like Facebook's AI, which is actual AI, it makes recommendations that are not really the smartest. I actually have a video that's gonna be coming out on Advantage Plus, so depending on when you're watching this, you should maybe go check out that video, but that is Facebook's AI. All of this is AI, right? So it's already been there, but this is touting that it has a better solution for you, right? So it'll pick winning graphics, winning images, winning copy, right? So write your ad copy in the power of AI, test and optimize and repeat the process. Very cool, right? So this is it says your e-commerce cockpit. This is what it looks like. You can run all of your ads inside of here through Ads Manager, as it shows here, Facebook, Instagram. I don't think it has anything on TikTok yet. Google Ads, Shopify, Google Analytics. So pretty cool, and they say that they are the first e-commerce ad cloud. Again, like I said, I have not tested this yet. Definitely worth you to go take a peek at it, and let me show you the pricing as well. I think that's the important part. So right now it's saying $383. What's your monthly ad spend? So let's say $10,000 per month. It's saying only $135 per month, right? That's all in one suite. If you spend $50,000, $455. So there's all in one suite for everything right here. If you're spending, $20,000 a month, you're talking about if you're spending $20,000 a month, you're talking about $240, $250 per month, right? And that's annual, quarterly, monthly right here. So my point is maybe worth it to test it out for a month. Now, the software will only help you if you know how to use the tools and you understand the platform already. I'm sure you could learn it over time, but that is your option right here that I think is a really good one. Now, do not feel like you need to know everything when it comes to AI. As we see today, it is very new, and best practices are still being determined. This is going to be a regular theme on this channel. How do we continually improve and continue to help you grow your clothing store? All right, so I just gave you a ton of AI resources to help you grow your store online, and most of them are actual free that you can implement today. I will tell you right now, if you are ready to take your Facebook and Instagram ads and start running them with these tools to generate more sales for your clothing store, you gotta go check out this video right here. All right, y'all, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Oh, PS, make sure you subscribe.